Okay, on this one, I'm going to have you teach me. So, all the controls are me.
Okay.
And you just need to tell me what to do and when to do it, how to do it, and everything, okay?
Okay, cool. As I'm pulling the power.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Yeah, so basically we're just flying 030 heading.
Okay.
And since we're getting set up for the approach, we can keep everything up, make sure rich. Thrust.
Well, you want them to kind of get in the habit of practicing. If you're doing like back-to-back approaches and they're fairly close together, then they're not going to build the habit of doing the checklist, right?
Gotcha, okay.
Because it's already going to be done. Then they're going to forget about it all the time because they're used to just leaving everything like it is. So you need to get them in the habit of, okay, cool, we're cruising now, right?
Yeah.
To our destination or whatever. So now we need to do all of our cruise checklist, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You got your cruise checklist for me?
Pull it up, yep. Cruise checklist, throttle as required, fuel pump off, landing light off, FMS brief, and mixture lane. Thrust 509, turn left heading 360.
360, thrust 509. Like that?
Nope.
So obviously in this simulation, eventually I'm going to hand fly it at some point, and then I just need you to basically kind of teach me through how I need to fly this thing, right?
Okay.
So what we need to do and how I need to make adjustments once we get to that point. So
yeah. So the first thing we'll do is just pull up the plate. It's also good to note that we are flying to ILS, so this is an approach that gives us lateral and vertical guidance. It's a precision approach. So when we're hand flying, we'll have that CDI to go off of, and then we also have the glide slope as well. It's going to pop up. There's going to be a green little diamond. We'll be following that, trying to keep it or stay on the glide slope.
So you can also notice, like when we were on the other side of it, that this was on the other side.
Yep.
So it was flipped on like a back course, but now that we're on the correct side of it, you can see the localizer coming in.
Yep.
So we're on the correct side of the runway, and it'll make sense now that we're over here on the approach side.
Cool. So at this point, what will we do? I guess we're treating this airport as the first time we're coming here. What would we knock out on the way to a new airport?
We would get, we need to know what the wind is, right? And the weather?
Yep. Yeah, so we would tune in to the weather frequency. Let's just say that we already did that.
Okay.
And then we already have the information set up, correct? So we can verify that by checking our flight plan, right?
Right here?
Yep.
Okay.
So checking the flight plan, we always want to use our flight plan in accordance with the plate as well. So we can check that everything lines up, right? So I guess go ahead and brief that real quick.
Okay. What am I looking for?
Yeah, so we'll start with the dates and which approach we're doing. So
cool. So ILS Zulu, that matches up. 17, good. This is at Majors. That's good. The date's good. The NOTAM.
That's good. Always check the NOTAMs. Yep.
Okay. DNC. Fine. Okay. The localizer. A 11.
Yep.
0.5.
So we can verify that. Yep.
Yeah. So at this point, as you're teaching them, they should already have a good idea of how to brief a plate, because they're not going to learn that in the sky. They need to learn that on the ground, right? So there should be a little bit of efficiency to this already. So they've already got the weather, like you said. Majors Tower, we got that in there. Okay. So we've got, as we're coming in, we're getting vectored right now. Yep. Pockney is there. Cypex is there. I see Pockney and Cypex, so I'm anticipating coming in somewhere here.
Yep.
Okay. 2,200 if I'm intercepting that leg that I'm anticipating. So we're at 2,005, so we're good there on our at or above. And our DA? This is a DA, right?
Yep. So ILS 17, that'll be a decision altitude. So at 734, if we are in accordance with 91-175, we have any of the runway environment in sight, then we can proceed to land. If not, execute a missed approach.
Okay. So another thing that some people don't teach, but I like to have done, if you had a GPS failure or anything for getting out and you had to do your published missed, so if it's a different piece of ground-based navigation, so Bonham is what the published missed is based on, so Bonham is right there. We can plug it into the backup, okay, and then you could tune that in. I teach my students to do that. Plug in nav 2, and then on the radio 145 is what we would intercept, and
just so we're not relying on that toga button.
Yeah. If all that stuff failed or we couldn't get it to work or whatever, we could still jump into nav 2 and fly to SciPex.
Cool.
Using that. Okay. Cool.
All right. Sweet.
Briefing's done.
Thrust 509, turn left heading 270.
Left 270, thrust 509.
Thrust 509, descend and maintain 2,200.
2,200, thrust 509. I should keep the speed up a little bit.
Check on, let's see. Here's here, so 6.
That's not that one. Different one.
Oh, 11. Majors traffic thrust 509, 11 miles out to the north, self-vectoring for the ILS 17 Majors.
Majors Greenville, Cessna 14829er is 7 miles west of the airport.
All right.
Overflight 3,000.
Thrust 509, turn left heading.
For touch and go on 17 Majors.
Yeah, make sure as the instructor you got to listen for that traffic talking to you so you can plan or communicating as you need.
Cool.
Anyway.
Thrust 509, turn left heading 210 to intercept, maintain at or above 2,200 until established, cleared for the ILS 17 into Majors.
Left 210 to intercept, 2,200 until established, cleared for the ILS 17 Majors. Now what?
So from here, so now since we got that clearance, we can go approach mode on our autopilot. And so as you can see up on the scoreboard, so we're still flying that heading to intercept, and then we have that lateral guidance from the localizer on standby. So if you see the white letters, that means that we have it on standby. So we're already at 2,200. That glide slope, like I said, is on standby. So from here, so we are within 5 nautical miles of our final approach fix, which was Pockney, like we said earlier. So we can do our descent before landing checklist.
Okay. You got yours on you?
Yeah, I'll pull it up. Boom.
Cool. We got all of our weather, overhead switches, all up. Mixture's rich. Minimums are set at 740. Fuel quantity, we're on the left. We could go to the right. Fullest tank, we're on it. Seats and seat belts, check. Flaps is required, we're not ready for that yet. Stability call. At our minimums, we'll go around if we need to. We'll turn off autopilot soon and fly it, hand fly anyway. Air conditioning as needed, and heels on the floor. Cool.
Cool. Sweet. Major traffic thrust 509, about 8 miles to the north, on a straight in for 17 Majors.
Okay, so just for your planning, like you're in charge, like make sure that you would tell them that I'll call your visual. So if I don't call your visual, you always assume missed, especially in these VFR situations where they have their foggles on. You want them to always assume missed because they're in the clouds, right? So if you don't specifically say go visual, then you are still in the clouds. Okay.
Gotcha.
So in this case, we're gonna plan on going out to Caddo after this. So we're gonna go mist and depart out to the southwest.
Cool.
But he said he's gonna teardrop, so we should make it in before him. But we can let him know what our intentions are.
Yeah.
Here, whenever you get probably somewhere around a 5-mile call.
Yeah. Cool.
So that he can know what's going on.
All right, and now we're within, or approaching that 1 nautical mile
Central traffic, Central traffic, major towers open, class Delta is now in effect.
All right. Let's see, so we can go ahead.
509 tower, same intentions.
Hey, we're coming in on the ILS Zulu. We'd like to just go mist and then head out to the southwest.
509, roger, runway 17, cleared for the option, proceed on course on the go.
17 clear for the option, on course, on the go for 509, thank you.
Major Tower, Cessna 14829 is overflying the airport at 3,600. Going to do a teardrop and
All right, cool. Yeah,
come in for a touch and go. 14829er.
4829 tower, roger, just report established on the left downwind for runway 17.
We'll report when established on downwind for 17, 14829er.
And then you can see we intercepted that glide slope.
Oh, my autopilot failed.
Autopilot's broken. So it's important to make sure that we're not fixating on any specific instruments. So we want a visual scan between our attitude, our CDI down below for our lateral guidance, and then our glide slope and airspeed as well. So we're getting a little bit fast. Nice. So remember, we're always pitching for 100 right there.
Yeah, so if I'm doing something wrong, tell me what to do.
So make sure we're making those power adjustments. So go ahead, pull out some of that power, just because we're a little bit fast, so we want to bleed off some of that airspeed. We're also just a little bit off course, so we'll always correct into the CDI needle.
How do I do that?
So we'll turn a little bit, very slightly to the right to intercept, and then we'll level off.
Yeah, so give them what their targets are to intercept. So using the ground track diamond,
Yep.
offset that from the arrow so that I can be heading towards the needle.
Gotcha. Okay.
But then sometimes they'll do this.
Yep. Way too far.
Okay, so what am I going to do?
So we'll correct back to the left. So we want that.
Yeah, so smaller adjustments, right?
Small adjustments. We want that wind diamond on the course. So you can see we overshot just a little bit. So we'll make small adjustment to the left. So we want that wind diamond just to the left of the course.
Yeah, so sometimes they'll do a lot of this. They'll be doing a lot of this. All right.
Yep.
Just tell them small adjustments.
Yep. Airspeed's still looking good. Glide slope.
Yeah, you can be reminding as they're coming in. What are we doing at the end of the approach, so we're not saying it all when we get there?
Yeah. So just keep in mind, this will be a decision altitude. If we're not visual when we get to that decision altitude, we'll execute that missed approach.
And then you can also throw in your ACS standards throughout. So, like, what am I?
So we have -0 plus 100.
Well, this is
on
a
that.
DA, right?
Oh yeah, that would be an MDA. So.
What about my deflections and speed?
So speed, we got plus or minus 10, and then deflections, we have the full scale deflection, so we can't get past the second dots.
Yeah, 3/4 scale deflection.
Three-quarter. Make sure we're bugging our decision altitude as well. Autopilot, have it in there.
Major is green wind. Greenville, Cessna 14829 is downwind for runway 18, touch and go, Greensville.
4829 Tower, runway 17, cleared. Number 2, falling traffic on short final, cleared
Still
to
in
the
the
clouds.
clouds.
For 2 to
We'll go full power, trim, climb, clean, so we want to clean our flaps.
Major Star,
And then we'll
Cruise
press
300,
the
8 miles
toga button.
west with the numbers,
And then
requesting
comms.
practice VR with course reversal and climb.
Track 300, Major Tower, roger. Maintain VFR at all times and port established inbound on the VOR.
Maintain VFR, report established inbound on the VOR, crew track 300.
I got you. Major Tower, just 509, go missed.
509, roger. Once cleared to southwest, frequency change approved. Good day.
Clear to the southwest, we'll change the frequencies. Have a good one, 509. So if you're doing something other than the missed approach, then just have them climb runway heading for get some altitude back.
Cool.
Before they start turning out, doing crazy stuff. Stay over the protected area, right?
Yep.
Safest place is to be right over the runway.
Right over. I feel like that's especially important on VOR or VOR DME approaches. Just because it's not, like the missed approach procedure is not specifically, like, it's not super clear because you can circle for the other runway or you can line up for 17 like we did today. But always, when in doubt, make those climbing turns over the runway.